Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Learn English Podcast. I'm Jack, and I'm so glad you're here with us today.
And I'm Emily. We're super excited about today's episode because we're covering one of the most fundamental parts of English grammar.
That's right. Today, we're diving deep into nouns, what they are, the different types, how to use them correctly, and all the common mistakes that learners make.
Nouns are absolutely everywhere in English. In fact, you can't make a single sentence without them. Understanding nouns is crucial for anyone learning English.
Before we get started, if you're finding our podcast helpful, please make sure to subscribe to Learn English Podcast. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode.
Absolutely. And stick with us until the end because we want to hear from you about what topic you'd like us to cover in our next episode. But first, let's start with the basics. What exactly is a noun?
A noun is a word that names a person, place, thing, or idea. It's really that simple. Nouns are the building blocks of sentences. They tell us who or what we're talking about.
Right. Think about it. Almost everything around you can be named with a noun. Your phone, your chair, your coffee, your teacher, your city. All nouns.
Let's break down that definition a bit more. When we say person, we mean things like teacher, doctor, Sarah, mother, president, friend.
When we say place, we mean school, Paris, restaurant, beach, home, office, country.
Thing covers physical objects you can touch: book, car, computer, apple, pencil, building.
And idea refers to abstract concepts you can't touch but that exist. Love, freedom, happiness, democracy, education, time.
Here's something important to understand. Nouns come in many different categories, and knowing these categories will help you use nouns correctly.
The first major distinction is between common nouns and proper nouns. Common nouns are general names for people, places, or things.
Examples of common nouns: dog, city, teacher, book, country. These are lowercase unless they start a sentence.
Proper nouns are specific names for particular people, places, or things. They always start with a capital letter.
Examples of proper nouns: Max, a specific dog; London, a specific city; Professor Smith, a specific teacher; Harry Potter, a specific book; France, a specific country.
See the difference? I live in a city uses the common noun city, but I live in Tokyo uses the proper noun Tokyo.
Exactly. Days of the week and months are always proper nouns: Monday, Tuesday, January, February, all capitalized.
But seasons are usually common nouns: spring, summer, fall, winter, lowercase.
Now let's talk about another important category: concrete nouns versus abstract nouns.
Concrete nouns are things you can experience with your five senses. You can see, hear, touch, taste, or smell them.
Examples are flower, music, silk, chocolate, perfume. These are all concrete because you can perceive them with your senses.
Abstract nouns are ideas, qualities, or concepts you can't physically touch or see. Examples are happiness, intelligence, courage, justice, childhood, friendship.
Here's something interesting. The same word can sometimes be concrete or abstract depending on how it's used. Take the word love.
Love makes people happy. That's abstract. It's the emotion. But if someone says, "Give my love to your mother," they're using it more concretely to mean greetings or affection.
Great example. Now let's move on to countable nouns and uncountable nouns. This is where many students struggle.
Countable nouns are things you can count: 1 apple, 2 apples, 3 apples. You can make them plural by adding s or es.
Examples are book, books; chair, chairs; student, students; idea, ideas; country, countries.
Uncountable nouns, also called mass nouns, are things you cannot count individually. They don't have a plural form.
Examples are water, rice, information, advice, furniture, luggage, money, homework.
You can't say 2 waters or 3 furnitures. It doesn't work. Instead, you use measurement words.
Right. You say 2 glasses of water, 3 pieces of furniture, some information, a little advice.
Here's a tricky one. Money is uncountable. You can't say, "I have 5 monies." You say, "I have $5" or "I have some money."
Common mistake: I need an advice. Wrong. Advice is uncountable. You say, I need some advice or a piece of advice.
Another one is furniture. Students often say, I bought a furniture. Wrong. You say, I bought some furniture or I bought a piece of furniture.
Information is another one, not an information. It's some information or a piece of information.
Here's where it gets interesting. Some nouns can be both countable and uncountable with different meanings.
Take the word chicken, for example. I'm cooking chicken, uncountable, meaning the meat. I saw 3 chickens in the yard, countable, meaning the live animals.
Or paper. I need some paper is uncountable, meaning the material, but I'm reading a paper is countable, meaning a newspaper or academic article.
Time is similar. Time flies, uncountable, the abstract concept. I've been to Paris 3 times, countable, meaning occasions.
This can be confusing, but context usually makes it clear which meaning you're using.
Now let's talk about collective nouns. These are nouns that refer to a group of people or things.
Examples are team, family, class, committee, government, audience, staff, police.
Here's something interesting. In American English, we usually treat collective nouns as singular. The team is winning.
But in British English, they often treat them as plural. The team are winning.
Both are correct. It just depends on whether you're thinking of the group as a single unit or as individual members.
If you say the committee is meeting tomorrow, you're thinking of it as one unit. If you say the committee are disagreeing among themselves, you're thinking of the individual members.
Common collective nouns include herd of cattle, flock of birds, pack of wolves, school of fish, bunch of bananas, bouquet of flowers. Now let's talk about compound nouns. These are nouns made up of 2 or more words.
Some compound nouns are written as one word: bedroom, newspaper, bathroom, sunglasses, haircut.
Some are written as 2 separate words: ice cream, swimming pool, bus stop, coffee shop, living room.
And some are hyphenated: mother-in-law, check-in, merry-go-round, passerby.
Unfortunately, there's no clear rule for which compounds use which form. You often just have to learn them or check a dictionary.
The plural forms can be tricky too. For most compound nouns, you add s to the end: bedrooms, newspapers, haircuts.
But for hyphenated compounds, you often pluralize the main word, mothers-in-law, passersby. Let's talk about possessive nouns now. These show ownership or relationship.
For singular nouns, we add apostrophe s: the dog's bone, Sarah's car, the teacher's desk.
For plural nouns that end in s, we just add an apostrophe: the dog's owner, the teacher's lounge, the student's homework.
For plural nouns that don't end in s, we add apostrophe s: the children's toys, the men's room, the people's choice.
Common mistake: students mix up its and it is. It's without an apostrophe means possession. It is with an apostrophe means it is.
Right. The dog wagged its tail, possession, no apostrophe. It's a beautiful day, contraction of it is, with an apostrophe.
Another common error is with names ending in s. There are 2 acceptable ways: James's book or James' book. Both are correct.
Now let's discuss noun gender. Unlike many languages, English nouns don't have grammatical gender.
We don't have masculine, feminine, and neuter articles like some languages do. We just use the or a, an for everything.
However, some nouns do indicate natural gender: actor, actress, waiter, waitress, hero, heroine, prince, princess.
But modern English is moving toward gender-neutral terms. Many people now use actor for everyone, or server instead of waiter or waitress.
Flight attendant replaced steward, stewardess. Police officer replaced policeman, policewoman.
This reflects changing attitudes about gender equality in language.
Let's talk about forming plurals, which can be quite complicated in English.
The basic rule is to add s: cat, cats, dog, dogs, book, books, table, tables.
But if the noun ends in s, sh, ch, x, or z, we add es: bus, buses, class, classes, box, boxes, church, churches, dish, dishes.
If a noun ends in a consonant plus y, we change the y to I and add es: baby, babies, city, cities, party, parties, country, countries.
But if there's a vowel before the Y, we just add S. Boy, boys, key, keys, toy, toys.
For nouns ending in F or FE, we often change it to V and add ES. Leaf, leaves, knife, knives, wife, wives, life, lives.
But there are exceptions. Chief, chiefs, roof, roofs, belief, beliefs. These just add S.
For nouns ending in O, sometimes we add S, sometimes ES. It's inconsistent.
Potato, potatoes. Tomato, tomatoes. Hero, heroes. These add ES.
But photo, photos, piano, pianos, radio, radios. These just add S.
Then we have irregular plural nouns that don't follow any pattern. These you just have to memorize.
Man, men, woman, women, child, children, tooth, teeth, foot, feet, mouse, mice, person, people.
Some nouns have the same form for both singular and plural. Sheep, sheep, deer, deer, fish, fish, series, series, species, species.
I saw 1 sheep or I saw 10 sheep. The word doesn't change.
Some nouns from other languages keep their original plural forms. Cactus, cacti, fungus, fungi, analysis, analyses, crisis, crises, phenomenon, phenomena.
Though in casual English, many people now say cactuses instead of cacti, and both are becoming acceptable.
Now let's discuss how nouns function in sentences. Nouns can play different roles.
The most common role is as the subject of a sentence, the person or thing doing the action.
The dog barked. Dog is the subject. Sarah loves music. Sarah is the subject.
I love pizza. Pizza is the object. She called her mother. Mother is the object.
Nouns can be the object of a preposition. The book is on the table. Table is the object of the preposition on.
Nouns can be complements, which rename or describe the subject. My brother is a doctor. Doctor is a subject complement.
Nouns can also be an apposition, which means they sit next to another noun and rename it. My friend Sarah is coming. Sarah is an apposition to friend.
Understanding these functions helps you build more complex and interesting sentences.
Let's discuss articles with nouns. A, an, and the. This is crucial for correct noun usage.
We use a before consonant sounds. A book, a car, a university. Yes, U makes a consonant sound here.
We use an before vowel sounds. An apple, an hour. The H is silent, so it starts with a vowel sound. An honest person.
We use the when we're talking about a specific thing that both the speaker and listener know about. I saw a dog in the park. The dog was very friendly. First mention uses a, second mention uses the, because now we both know which dog.
Some nouns don't use articles at all. Plural countable nouns when speaking generally. Dogs are loyal animals.
Uncountable nouns when speaking generally. Water is essential for life, not the water is essential.
Proper nouns usually don't take articles. I live in Japan, not I live in the Japan.
But there are exceptions. We say the United States, the Netherlands, the Philippines.
We also use the with geographical features, the Amazon River, the Pacific Ocean, the Himalayas.
But not with lakes or single mountains. Lake Michigan, Mount Everest, no the.
These rules have lots of exceptions, so if you're unsure, listen to how native speakers use articles with specific nouns.
Now let's discuss some common mistakes students make with nouns.
One frequent error is using the wrong plural form. Students might say child's instead of children or man's instead of men.
Another mistake is treating uncountable nouns as countable. I have many homeworks instead of I have a lot of homework.
Or forgetting to make countable nouns plural when needed. I have 2 book instead of I have 2 books.
Many students forget the S in third-person singular. He have 3 cat instead of he has 3 cats.
Possessive apostrophes are often misplaced. The dog's bone instead of the dog's bone.
Or students add apostrophes to regular plurals. I have 2 dogs. Wrong. It should be I have 2 dogs.
Remember, apostrophes show possession or contractions, not plurals.
Another error is using a or an with uncountable nouns. I need an advice instead of I need advice or I need some advice.
Or forgetting articles when needed. I am student instead of I am a student.
Capitalization is another problem area. Students might write I study English instead of I study English.
Languages, nationalities, and proper nouns always need capital letters.
Let's talk about noun phrases. These are groups of words that function together as a noun.
A noun phrase includes a noun and all its modifiers. The big red car, my best friend from school, a very interesting book about history.
The main noun is the head noun, and everything else modifies or describes it.
In the big red car, car is the head noun. The, big, and red all modify it.
Noun phrases can be quite long and complex. The extremely talented young musician from New York who won the competition.
All of that is one noun phrase. The head noun is musician, and everything else gives us information about which musician.
Being able to build and understand noun phrases helps you express more precise and detailed information.
Now let's discuss some special types of nouns you should know about.
Verbal nouns, also called gerunds, are nouns made from verbs by adding ing. Swimming, reading, cooking, traveling.
Swimming is good exercise. Swimming looks like a verb, but here it's functioning as a noun. It's the subject of the sentence.
We also have nouns that come from adjectives. The rich should help the poor. Here, rich and poor are functioning as nouns, meaning rich people and poor people.
The elderly needs special care. Elderly is an adjective, but the elderly means elderly people.
Some nouns only exist in plural forms: scissors, pants, glasses, jeans, binoculars.
You can't say a scissor or a pant. You say scissors or a pair of scissors, pants or a pair of pants.
Even though these are in plural form, when talking about one item, you say this pair of scissors is sharp, not are sharp.
Now let's talk about noun modifiers, when nouns modify other nouns.
In English, we can use nouns as adjectives: coffee shop, car door, computer screen, birthday party.
The first noun acts like an adjective, describing what type of thing the second noun is.
Important rule: the modifying noun stays singular even when referring to multiple things. Shoe store, not shoes store.
Though there are exceptions with words that are always plural: sports car, savings account.
You can even stack multiple noun modifiers: university, research, department, building, entrance.
That's a mouthful, but it's grammatically correct. Each noun modifies the one after it.
Let's discuss some cultural and contextual aspects of noun usage.
In formal writing, we tend to use more abstract nouns. The implementation of the policy requires consideration.
In casual conversation, we use more concrete, everyday nouns. We need to think about how to do this policy.
Academic and business English love nominalizations, turning verbs into nouns. Analyze becomes analysis, decide becomes decision.
We need to make a decision sounds more formal than we need to decide.
Different varieties of English sometimes use different nouns for the same thing. American English, apartment, elevator, truck, vacation, subway.
British English, flat, lift, lorry, holiday, underground.
Same language, just different vocabulary. Both are correct, just regional variations.
Now let's talk about how to expand your noun vocabulary effectively.
Group nouns by categories. Learn all the furniture words together, all the kitchen items together, all the business vocabulary together.
Use word families. Know becomes knowledge. Decide becomes decision. Arrive becomes arrival.
Practice using new nouns in sentences immediately. Don't just memorize definitions.
Read extensively. Reading exposes you to nouns in context, which helps you understand their usage.
Pay attention to which prepositions commonly go with certain nouns: solution to, reason for, interest in.
Before we wrap up, let's do a quick review of the main points we've covered today.
Nouns are words that name people, places, things, or ideas. They're essential building blocks of English sentences.
We have common nouns and proper nouns. concrete and abstract nouns, countable and uncountable nouns.
Plural formation has rules, but also many irregular forms you need to memorize.
Articles a, an, and the are used differently depending on whether the noun is countable, uncountable, specific, or general.
Possessive nouns use apostrophes to show ownership, and the placement of the apostrophe matters.
Nouns can function as subjects, objects, complements, and more in sentences.
Pay attention to common mistakes like treating uncountable nouns as countable, incorrect plural forms, and missing articles.
The more you read, listen, and practice, the more natural noun usage will become.
And remember, making mistakes is part of learning. Don't be afraid to use new nouns in your speaking and writing.
Now we want to hear from you. What topic would you like us to cover in our next episode?
Should we talk about verbs, adjectives, sentence structure, pronunciation, phrasal verbs, idioms?
Maybe you want to learn about English for specific situations, like job interviews, travel, or making friends.
Whatever you want to learn about, let us know. Leave a comment, send us a message, and tell us what you want to listen to next.
And please, if you found this episode helpful, subscribe to Learn English Podcast. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications.
Share this with your friends, classmates, or anyone else